Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm starting on the main menu, just to show what it looks like, now that I actually figured out the issue with it. Uh, Single player, you know, it. I'm not actually going to show it off. This is the character creation, whatever you do here. I wanted to show off the issue with the actual gameplay stuff. So if I click highlight my character, which okay, this is what the game does. The actual game runs at a lower frame, or not lower frame, or lower resolution. So I have to shift it. Yet if I quit out, it stays at that resolution and cuts off. So as you saw earlier, the exit and credits and all that, those aren't there. So it's a little odd. Also, I forgot to show it off, but there is a help button if you push H. I also forgot to mention, you can shift your walking and running. So we'll go back to the stony field, because that's where we have to go. If you're out in the wilderness, running is, well, running, it uses stamina, which is that yellow bar at the bottom. If you push R and walk, no stamina is consumed. If you run out of stamina and then proceed to continue to run, you will just walk until you stop moving. Anyway, back to... Just play this game again. I'm not gonna... Anytime you quit out, if you were on single player, I believe the game remembers your map progress. I know Battle.net, the multiplayer, does not. And I think some situation of the single player doesn't either. I just don't remember the conditions to get it to mess up. But enemies do come back, including special enemies like Rakanishu over there, guarding the stones. Anyway, underground passage. This is the game doesn't have many of them, but they're interconnecting areas. So to get to the next actual main game area, you have to go through here. Oh, special enemies. Uh-oh. Well, that was unfortunate. My companion is dead. If your companion dies, you come over to the
Hello.
the lady who, or the people who sell you your companions, and you can resurrect them. They come back with all of their items.
Hello.
They come back with all of their items, which is nice. Well, nice to an extent, I should say. It can be a bit of a detriment, because the more valuable they are, I believe the more money it costs. two special enemies in the same section of this cave is the very reason why I don't like the underground passage. That's the very reason why I'm not a fan of the underground passage. The underground passage is partially, or is normally the area of Act 1 that I found myself getting bored. As mentioned before, I'm not the biggest fan of this game, despite playing it a billion times. Despite playing it a ton of times, it's not not my favorite game. Oh, also, on the skill thing, this is the ones from my book. These are just any random scrolls, because if I go into the inventory, there's an extra scroll. Resist fire, little useless in here. The enemies mostly do lightning. Oh goodness. The enemies mostly do lightning in this area. Which is... oh well, I don't think I actually have any... oh, I have full fire resistance. Oh, because the shrine. I forgot about that. I don't need the money that badly. Anyway, the area that you're in is named in the top right. Anytime it says level 1, that means there's a sub-level. Yeah, that sounds obvious, and, like, yeah, of course, level 1 implies that there's level 2. This cave is weird, because this cave has two exits, technically. It has an exit to the next area, and an exit to the second floor. So there is I don't think there's many... I think this is actually the only place that does it. That has a sub-level on a transitional area. And lots of money. There you go. Activate burst of speed again. Burst of speed's always nice to have. It's useful to have on her. So all it does is just movement speed and your attack speed. So attacking quickly is beneficial. Oh. I'm at full health. Or full inventory. Anything? much that I can get rid of. Well, I say not much I can get rid of, but plenty I can get rid of as potions and stuff, but... Yeah. Okay. As far as I haven't run into, oh, here's one of the exits. It is the red exit, which means it goes to the actual next area. I'm gonna go find the second cave, though, for the second level.
I am overburdened.
I gotta go back to town, but I only like going back to town when it's 100% necessary. Make sure there's nothing else here. Nope. Also,
I can't carry anymore.
it's supposed to be useful, but I never find the time to do it, because the second the companion starts to die, she's practically dead 2 seconds later. But you could take a potion and drag it onto her,
Thank you.
thing. I believe. Yeah, drop potion on portrait to heal. I think there's a hotkey for it, but I don't remember what it is. Going all the way back, just to find a second level. Actually, oh, I can do this now. I can actually be professional about it. I'm going to pause, and then go, the second I get to a new part of the cave, I'll unpause.
I am overburdened.
And I'm at the next area. Caves in this game are labyrinthian, so you never know. You never know which tiny little pathway is going to be the next actual area. You never know. One of the many things I like about this game is exploration. I say I'm not a big fan of this game. That's not exactly the truth. I'm more or less just 100% burnt out on this game.
I can't carry anymore.
I'm just ludicrously burnt out on this game is more or less what it is. Just... I don't want to say this game's been in my family for a long time, but it's... This is one of my dad's two favorite games. He is a fan of this one and Mario Kart Wii. So I have seen more completed save files on Mario Kart Wii than I have any other game. Because he's kind of where I got my gaming style from. Complete as much as you can, do everything you can thoroughly, stuff like that. So anytime he'd play this game, he'd beat it, you know, the amount of times you need to. Mario Kart Wii, he'd get full save files every time, regardless of whether or not he'd lose the file. Like oh, the Wii died. Well, time to take out the disc, get a new Wii, and start an entire new save file. That man loved these games so much to be able to play them like 2,000 times. So I've seen these games like 2,000 times. And frankly, I'm a little sick of them. Not quite that many times, but... Oh well. Talking to a car also heals your companion. Oh, I should also probably be doing the gas and the fumigating potions they're worth a lot if you sell them. So that's why I collect them. Just in case people are wondering. Charms, I forgot to mention what they do. They grant you their... Yeah, it says on screen. It grants you their bonus, so 6 poison damage over 3 seconds. So that's 2 per second. As long as they're in your inventory. So as long as it's in this area, you get its benefit. Once again, there is a method to my madness. Oh, I don't have diamonds or rubies. Man, your chest is so small in this game. Oh, this, by the way, I don't use the gemstones, but this is once again carryover of my dad. The way he played this game is save these up for something later, save these in case you ever need their benefit. Like that percentage chance to get better stuff. Targe. Targe is a paladin-only item.
I can't. Impossible.
So you cannot equip it unless you are a paladin. Same with the weapons I'm using now. Like katars they're called, or scissor blades or whatever. These things. They're for the assassin only, so no other character can use them. So far, not a lot of loot down here. Yeah, not a lot of loot so far. How far into this video is this so far? 20 minutes, okay. There we go. So that was the sub-level. Sub-levels of caves will always have a gold chest and a special enemy. I think every environment in this game will have a special enemy that is set to spawn there. Be it something special like Rakanishu, who's always there. I think it's Rakanishu, who's always there. Or, Like, one of the special enemies that was in here when we entered. There's always a special enemy. There's also a pool of random enemies that can spawn. So while there's always a set, you may or may not run into random things. I believe is the case. Anyway, I'm gonna pause again to run to the end, but I need to show off that shrines do come back. Anyway, back in a second. Okay, back at the end, and my stamina is red. Which means you're at low stamina. Once you run out of stamina, you'll walk. The reason I'm so quick is because I've got the burst of speed on. But once you stop moving, your stamina comes back. Or, if you set your character to walk with the R button, your stamina comes back as well. I believe it comes back faster if you're not moving, period, regardless of walking. You can also toggle it by clicking this button down here. Anyway, outside the dark wood. Yeah, I'll check another one. So this area has a specific enemy which is always here. There's always a certain enemy here. Oh, new skills. Huh. Let's check this. Yeah, just to upgrade my combat stuff. You do have to go over strength a little bit in this game, primarily because strength is your weapons and your armor. Oh, here's the special enemy I was talking about. Treehead Woodfist. He's always guarding. He's always guarding a specific area. Just like Rakanishu, I think his name is. I keep forgetting what his name is. Just like him, guarding the stones. Treehead will always guard the Tree of Innovis.
I am overburdened.
Am I overburdened? Not yet. So you click on it,
How has this tree escaped corruption?
it drops an item, which you cannot use yet. Quest log. Take the scroll to Akara. Also, if you click on previous quests, it tells you you've done it in a previous game, which changes over if you've done it in the current session. It just says you've completed this quest, or whatever. You've done it. I'm gonna wait until I get to the waypoint. Gonna keep wandering. Oh. Keep running. Here's the entrance to the next area, the Black Marsh, which look for the tower in the Black Marsh, so that's where the next area is. I believe this game's pretty good about not having useless, like, in-between areas. Like the cold plains is the connection to the burial ground, so that's useful. Stonyfield is, you know, the entrance to the
I am overburdened.
was that throwing knife? I believe. It's only 2 tall? Yeah. They all have their own little uses. But I'm gonna look for the waypoint, and then work back to town. Oh. There's a shaman somewhere. These blue, we saw the red ones earlier called Fallen. These blue ones are called Carvers. Their respective shamans for the color,
I can't carry anymore.
I do not believe have the power of healing the other type. So a Carver shaman cannot heal a Fallen. Or resurrected, sorry.
I am overburdened.
Oh, we're burdened again. I never want to use town portals in this game unless they're needed. Unless it's absolutely needed or right before a boss. But frankly, I have the benefit of knowing when a boss is appearing, so... Now, I don't have the benefit of knowing where a tough enemy is going to appear. Those are just random. But I at least have the benefit of knowing where, Carver is, and a certain special enemy we're going to run into in a few minutes. Once I find the waypoint here. There it is. Nope, this is a... yeah, this is an encampment. Torches are... they're scarcely just random. They do usually signify something of note. Be it an encampment, a cave, or a waypoint. This is 2 camps right beside each other? Yeah, it is. That's a lot of, a lot of enemies. Oh, creep. Neighbor's home. Which is unfortunate because, their kids just sit outside all day screaming and playing basketball. It's perfectly fine, but it's 30 degrees Celsius where I am right now outside, so I have to have my window open to not melt in my own house. However, that also allows noise to come in. Hey, waypoint. Rogue encampment. Identify everything. Run over and place these in here. I believe I'm not going to collect any more of those past 1 more. Because they do have a use, it's just... I don't need them at the second.
Ah, very good. I have translated the runes on this scroll. You must find the cairn stones and touch them in the order that I have written.
There you go. Just looking for my water bottle. Misplaced it a little bit. This water was warm. Oh well. What was that? Lightning resist. Nice to have, but don't need it. You cannot sell key items. This is a key item. And you cannot sell it. Go to the cairn stones in the stony field, touch the stones in the order on the scroll, enter the portal to Tristram, but beware the danger. So, you go to stony field. You come over here. And it tells you the order in which to click on them. Yep. Find and rescue Deckard Cain. First and foremost,
First to fall to the Outlaws' wrath.
throw up a portal. First and foremost, always do that. Because this area is a little tough. A little tough because of a few reasons. Here's one of the reasons, and probably the biggest reason. This is Griswold. He kind of went down pretty quickly there, but Griswold is... he's your friend in the first game. This is, of course, Diablo 2. He's your friend in the first game. He's your blacksmith. He's how you get your loot, your equipment. He is your smithy. Nope, don't actually want those. Between the first game and the second game, he dies and gets corrupted. This town that you experience here, that you go through here, is the same town you play it in the first game. It's your hub town. So, lore-wise, the town's been corrupted. It's been corrupted, it's been overrun. There was a special enemy. That is a unique type of enemy called a champion. I guess there's not anymore. They usually travel in pairs or in packs. I guess they've run in town. I know there's a couple in town. Yeah, there's a couple. They're normally discolored. And they do usually drop some nice items. I believe I'm at the point now where I can start using light healing. I think I'm getting them enough. Anyway, couple important items here. First and foremost, well, not first and foremost, but first right now, Wart's body. Wart is in this game. Geed is your gambler. You go and you gamble. First game, it was a little boy with a peg leg named Wart. Or wort, sorry. You click on his body and this happens. Just to signify that he was the gambler. And I've been talking over it the whole time, but custom music is playing in the background. It's playing a remix of the first game's town theme. And you get an item from his body called Wort's Leg. Which is neat. Or, I want to say needed. It's useful. It's for later. It's an optional little, like, side Easter eggy thing. Well, time to finally venture into town. Is everything dead?
Help!
Yeah, I guess everything's run out and attacked me, so they died normally. Normally, if you just run in here, you will get just swarmed. Huh. Oh, I forgot to mention. The skills in this game are... You see the little faint arrow. Those are connecting skills. Even though I'm level 6 right now, I can't get this skill until I buy this one, because it has the arrow connecting to it. Some skills, you know, require you to go down a tree you wouldn't ever. So while I normally wouldn't use these two, I do want to go for the shadow stuff. So I've got to use this. Or I gotta pay for that. Anyway, this is the main reason we're here. Money, obviously. No. Deckard Cain.
Cain, go to the rogue camp.
There you go. Free him. He goes back to town. There's a can in a car in the encampment to get your reward. And it is a nice reward.
Good
Talk to him
day.
here.
As a token of my gratitude, I will identify items for you at no charge. Regrettably, I could do nothing to prevent the disaster which devastated Tristram. It would appear that our greatest fears have come to pass. Diablo, the Lord of Terror, has once again been set loose upon the world. As you know, some time ago, Diablo was slain beneath Tristram, and when our hero emerged triumphant from the labyrinth beneath town, we held a grand celebration that lasted several days. Yet, as the weeks passed, our hero became increasingly aloof. He kept his distance from the rest of the townsfolk and seemed to lapse into a dark, brooding depression. I thought that perhaps his ordeal had been so disturbing that he simply could not put it out of his mind. The hero seemed more tormented every passing day. I remember he awoke many times, screaming in the night, always something about the East. One day he simply left, and shortly thereafter Tristram was attacked by legions of foul demons. Many were slain, and the demons left me to die in that cursed cage. I believe now that Tristram's hero was that dark wanderer who passed this way before the monastery fell. I fear even worse, my friend. I fear that Diablo has taken possession of the hero who sought to slay him. If true, Diablo will become more powerful than ever before. You must stop him, or all will be lost.
that's a little bit of a summary of the first game's plot. That's the hero is the guy you play as in the first game.
Hello. You have risked your life to rescue Cain. For that we thank you. We must seek his counsel immediately.
Oh, she gives you a reward. She gives you a ring. Not always the most useful ring, but ring nonetheless. Free item.
Good evening.
Cain does this. We have unidentified items. Click on that, and he identifies them.
Good evening.
Good to see you. When I fled the monastery, I left behind the Herodric Malice, my enchanted smithing hammer. If you can retrieve it for me, I'll use its magic to strengthen your equipment.
Another quest there. Tools of the trade. Anyway, I'm gonna sell some of this stuff and then I'll end off the part. This part's a little longer than they typically are. But oh well. Gonna actually get rid of this one because that poison damage isn't too great. Pull the money away. And then I'll end off the part here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.